to be fair, they've kind of shot themselves in the foot by doing 2.2 because 2.2 they've not really built up, but they've already announced Garu and Ito for 2.3. They announced on Twitter the characters. And people, you know, the next banners for 2.3, like, people are much more excited for 2.3 than 2.2, which, when you've just released a patch, it's not really the best thing to do, to be honest. Like, you should definitely sort of buff up your patch first, and then maybe give hype like 1 or 2, well, at least 2 weeks. I'd say at least 2 weeks later, you can probably start revealing some of the information for the next patch. But to do it before you've even dropped 2.2, it's a bit crazy. I mean, Mihoyo have gone absolutely crazy at the moment. Genshin, Mihoyo have been absolute, like, Mihoyo's done a new community thing this week, where basically they did a follow goal, and if you got to like 1 million follows, they'd like follow Elon Musk, and if they got to like 5 million follows, they would invite Elon Musk to Mihoyo headquarters. And everyone was like, what on earth are you doing? You've done okay, people are upset about the anniversary. People are upset that Mihoyo are basically making people do the work for them and giving them really bad rewards. And then they come up with this random, I mean, I get why they did it, because they're trying to get their character a bit more known, because obviously the character in Genshin is called Elamus. They're trying to link it to that.
I still have a lot to do with the guild.
I don't know what Mihoyo are doing. Their publication and their production team, I've no idea what they're doing at the moment. It's absolutely crazy. But they're not in a good place. Obviously, the fans are rioting. Like, I don't know how Mihoyo can sort of bring it back now. They just keep pushing it as well. Like, they're not even trying to make it. And then to top it all off, 2.2 seems quite bland. It's supposed to be the end of the last island of Inazuma, right? It should be this big sort of built-up thing, but it just feels so flat. So yeah, we kind of just have to see what we're getting. So literally, that is it. That is everything that we needed to do. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. This is probably the most depressing patch I have played since Genshin first got released. There's nothing even really to talk about. Like, I can't even think of anything to talk about based on that quest. That quest, you went to an island, you helped get the trees purged so that they could do the ceremony, and then when we went to the ceremony, no one was there, and we left the island and got the instrument, and that was the end. Like, literally, what else can you say about that? That was literally 3 hours of doing that, and like, we can't even explore the island because we need. I'm speculating that we need to get some sort of gem lens to actually see the owls and stuff. But yeah, it's just crazy. I don't know. What did you guys think? Do you guys think that was like worth doing? Especially Genshin people who've been playing Genshin since day one. Like, what did you think of 2.2? Like, the main story was just so bland. So bland. Like, this is not going to help Mihoyo at all. This is not going to help Mihoyo out. Mihoyo are having an absolute bad time at the moment. And this is not going to do anything for their fan base. I'm kind of worried how Mihoyo are going to handle the next month, maybe the next patch. I mean, I have a feeling they're just going to put all their balls into patch 2.2, 2.3, and kind of just forget this. But we shall see. Right.
If you ever
I'm going to go back to the island just to see if, for some miracle, that we do get another bit of story quest. But I am not holding my breath. Otherwise, like, what can we do? There's not really anything that we can do on this island. Unless we can do the owl statues. Maybe we should Google to see if we can actually do anything with the owl statues without doing any of the main story stuff. I just want, yeah, I'm going to do that. I'm going to see if anyone says Genshin 2.2 owl statues. Genshin Impact star-shaped gem. Owl statue puzzles. Was Genshin 2.2 out, players are busy exploring all the new content that has been added to the game. Full of new puzzles and quests, one particularly frustrating thing that is currently standing out is the star-shaped gem, which many players are wondering how to get, and how to solve owl statue puzzles. It's no surprise as to why this is the case, since you need the peculiar pinion gadget, as we will explain in this Genshin Impact star-shaped gem owl puzzle guide. Currently, as of today, you are not able to obtain the star-shaped gem. You will need to wait until the server resets and the second part of the Sarumi questline becomes available. This is because you will then receive the feather gadget called the peculiar pinion. This is what I was saying. You need the bloody pinion to actually do any of the owl puzzles. So basically, they've given us an island, and I can't do any of the puzzles on it. I can't get most of the Electroculuses. I can't get most of the chests on it because we're waiting for this pinion, which isn't going to come out until the second part of the quest line. What? That makes no sense whatsoever. So yeah, the internet confirms it. We can't actually do any of this island apart from what we can see because most of the stuff is locked behind the owl puzzles. Wow. I mean, I don't know what else to say. That's just bad planning. Like, that's not even staggered. That's just bad planning. Like, I guess they want... I know Mihoyo like to stagger their content a little bit. Like, usually they don't. Usually they're pretty good at doing all their content up front. But to stagger this by basically giving us an island and not letting us do any of the content, it's just absolutely crazy to me. Mihoyo, if you're listening to this video, please unlock all the 2.2 content and give us better rewards and make sure that the Genshin community is not going to riot. Because at the moment, you've been pulling stunts like Elon Musk, you've been pulling stunts like fan art competitions for meager rewards, getting your fans to do everything, and now you are basically locking out new content. What is going on? Sort yourselves out, and let's get back to enjoying some beautiful Genshin content. Jesus.